It has been exactly 10 days since BLACKPINK's album Deadline was released, and within these 10 days the girls have broken numerous records. Lisa made a major decision regarding the Epstein lawsuit, the promotions for Jisoo's drama overlapped with the album promotions, and BLACKPINK made history on YouTube by becoming the first artist to receive this award. After the album shattered sales records, rumors about a second mini-album also started circulating. I know there are a lot of topics, a lot of rumors, and a lot of claims going around, but don't worry, I will explain all of them to you in this video. Before we start the video, I put a lot of effort into making these videos, so I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like. Thank you very much. If you're ready, let's begin. After a long break, BLACKPINK returned with their new mini-album Deadline, and the album received a lot of criticism. However, even though only a short time has passed since its release, the results seen both on music charts and in sales numbers have once again proven that the group is still one of the most powerful names in the global music industry. From the moment the album was released, it attracted incredible attention. In fact, this level of interest turned out to be far greater than what even YG Entertainment initially expected. In a statement, the company announced that global demand for the album had significantly exceeded their initial projections and that they had begun working on additional production. In other words, as soon as the album hit the market, it started selling so quickly that extra manufacturing became necessary to meet the demand. Some people also said that this announcement might be a hint that another album will be released later this year. The way people see it is this: instead of releasing one full album this year, YG may have decided to release 2 mini-albums in order to earn more money. This way they can sell 2 separate albums and potentially double the revenue. In other words, the girls might actually already have 10 to 15 songs prepared, but as I said, they may have split them into 2 mini-albums for this year. Of course, this is only a rumor for now. As a BLACKPINK fan, I was honestly a bit sad when I first heard this claim, but when you evaluate it from a business perspective, it is actually a very clever idea. There is also a record I wanted to mention at the beginning of the video. BLACKPINK's YouTube channel has reached a total of 100 million subscribers, making the group the first artist in YouTube history to reach this milestone. You have probably already seen this because they announced it through a joint post with YouTube's official account. Honestly, when I first saw the post, I thought it was something ordinary. I assumed there must already be many artists with 100 million subscribers. Then I started checking one by one. Not Justin Bieber, not Eminem, not Travis Scott, not Bad Bunny, not Rihanna. Not even Taylor Swift, who held the highest grossing tour in history in recent years. In other words, I looked up every name that came to mind and none of them had reached 100 million. I was honestly shocked. The girls literally have more subscribers than all of these artists. To celebrate this achievement, YouTube awarded the group a special Red Diamond Creator Award. Currently, the group's channel has 9 videos that have surpassed 1 billion views, and the total number of views on the channel has exceeded 41 billion. Another major development that came up during the album era was related to Jisoo's acting career. The drama Boyfriend on Demand, in which Jisoo plays the lead role, was released on Netflix. The romantic comedy series tells the story of a writer who is exhausted by real life and decides to experience love by joining a virtual dating simulation. I actually started watching the series, and if you'd like, I can also make a video about this drama. If you want that, please write Jisoo in the comments so I can understand. Although the series was highly anticipated, various discussions about Jisoo's acting performance began circulating online after it was released. Some viewers said that her performance did not feel natural enough for a romantic comedy series. On the other hand, the director of the drama emphasized that Jisoo worked very hard on set and showed improvement by adapting to different character environments. Jisoo herself also commented on the role, explaining that she worked closely with the director and made a special effort to portray the character in a more natural way. Another topic that was widely discussed during the album era was an interview given by Jisoo. When she was asked about the new album, some viewers interpreted her response as feeling a bit forced, which led to discussions on social media. Some internet users argued that Jisoo seemed to focus more on promoting her drama rather than the album, and that this overlapped with the group's album promotions. If you remember, in the previous video I talked about the distribution of the songs among the members in the album, and in that distribution Jisoo clearly had much less presence compared to the other members. The reason for this is that both before and after the album release, Jisoo spent a lot of time working on the filming and promotions of this drama, so she wasn't able to dedicate as much time time to the album. For example, even though the album has just been released, it currently feels like the drama is more in the spotlight for Jisoo, while the group album has remained slightly in the background. It gave me the impression that Jisoo may want to focus more on acting in the future and that she might be investing more time and effort into that direction. Speaking of solo activities, the members also did a live broadcast to celebrate the album's release. And during that broadcast, a small hint that Lisa gave about her solo album became a big topic of discussion. A fan wrote to Lisa saying that they were waiting for her new album, and Lisa's cheerful reaction to that comment was interpreted by many people as a hint that a new solo project might be coming soon. Lisa is actually known for giving away spoilers with her smiles. I'm the same way. Whenever something exciting happens, I can't hide it, and I immediately start smiling. People around me usually say, there must be something going on. Now let's take a look at the album's sales numbers, because the results here have also exceeded all expectations. Deadline sold 1,461,785 copies on its first day, breaking the record for the highest first-day sales ever achieved by a K-pop girl group in Hanteo history. This achievement placed BLACKPINK in a special position in K-pop history. The group became the first girl group in Hanteo history to have more than one album surpassing 1 million copies in first-day sales. Following the first-day record, the first-week results were also extremely impressive. In its first week alone, the album reached 1,774,000 copies in sales, setting the record for the highest first-week sales among K-pop girl groups. With this, the previous record held by aespa's album, My World, was surpassed. With this achievement, Deadline also became BLACKPINK's highest first-week selling album in Hanteo history. By the way, recently there have been discussions suggesting that Lisa may have ended her contract with the global tour agency Wasserman Music. The founder of Wasserman Music, the company Lisa was working with, had his name mentioned in the Jeffrey Epstein files. Because of this, it is being claimed that Lisa may have terminated her contract with the company. However, the details have not been confirmed yet. If it becomes official, I will explain everything in detail in a separate video for you. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That way you won't miss the latest developments in K-pop. If Lisa really did cancel the contract for this reason, I would honestly feel very proud, because this move likely caused her a significant loss and she might even have to pay compensation to the company. Let's see. Within a few days, the truth will probably become clear. The results that Deadline achieved during its first week were truly remarkable. The album reached over 63 million unfiltered streams on Spotify in its first week alone, making it the highest first-week streaming total achieved by any K-pop artist or group in 2026. By the way, let me briefly explain what unfiltered streams mean. Unfiltered streams refer to the total number of times a song is played on Spotify before any verification or filtering process is applied. In other words, every single play of the song is counted as raw data. This number can include the same person listening to the song repeatedly, fans doing streaming sessions, or a large number of plays happening within a short period of time. Spotify later reviews the data and removes suspicious streams through its system. Those adjusted numbers are called filtered streams. That's also why Spotify shows monthly listeners. This allows us to clearly see how many individual people listen to that artist during a given month. In other words, if one person listens to the same artist 100 times, Spotify still counts that as one listener. Another record on Spotify was achieved by the song Go. With 4.67 million streams, the track surpassed Ketsai's song and became the biggest debut for a group on the global Spotify chart in 2026. One of the interesting moments related to the album happened in Paris. When BLACKPINK's song Go was played at the Eiffel Tower, fans shared the moment across social media with great excitement. While all of this was happening, YG Entertainment also released a video announcing their plans for 2026. In the video, the only information given about BLACKPINK was that the group would celebrate their 10th anniversary. Apart from that, no other details about the group were shared, which sparked curiosity among fans. Despite all these achievements, YG remaining this quiet and not giving fans any new information about the group feels quite strange. There are also rumors circulating that BLACKPINK's contract may expire this year. I will probably discuss this topic in detail in another video this week. But before that, please write in the comments. If BLACKPINK's contract really ends this year, do you think the members will renew their contract with YG, join another agency, or focus entirely on their solo careers? I will read some of your answers in the video I make about this topic, so don't forget to share your thoughts. The Go music video immediately climbed to #1 on YouTube's worldwide trending chart as soon as it was released and quickly reached the top of global music video rankings. The video didn't trend only in South Korea but also ranked at the top of trending lists in many countries across the United States, Europe, and Asia. The musical success was not limited to digital platforms. On While on one of the most important music charts in Korea, the song Go reached over 125,000 unique listeners within its first 24 hours, achieving the highest first-day listener count of 2026. The album also performed strongly in the Chinese market, with approximately 180,000 digital sales. Deadline surpassed EXO's album and became the best-selling K-pop digital album in China this year. The album's musical structure was also widely evaluated by international media outlets. Rolling Stone wrote that BLACKPINK returned at the peak of their power with this album. Billboard focused particularly on the song Go, describing it as one of the tracks that best represents the group. Meanwhile, Forbes highlighted the album's commercial success, emphasizing that BLACKPINK is the only K-pop girl group to have multiple albums selling more than 1 million copies in a single day. When we look at all these developments, the release of Deadline turned into more than just a musical comeback. It became a major moment where BLACKPINK once again demonstrated their global influence. Record-breaking sales, massive streaming numbers, chart success, praise from international media, and the members' individual projects. All of this shows that BLACKPINK still remains one of the most powerful K-pop groups in the world. Until the next video, take good care of yourselves. Goodbye.